Percy the Small Engine, known for some of the best episodes in the franchise. But there's just one problem. Some of the ordering in the classic series just seems wrong. What episodes am I talking about? Those would be Percy and the Signal, Duck Takes Charge, Percy and Harold, Percy Takes the Plunge, and Percy's Promise in that order. That order of events works in the show, kind of. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it could be rearranged into a far better plot. So let's get to rearranging. Also, before I forget to say it, I haven't read the Railway series, so maybe this is the order in the Railway series, but I just don't know. Yeah, this episode still happens first. This will be the only episode in this whole rearrangement that just doesn't change at all. Basically, Percy plays a trick on James, and that gets them both in trouble, and Gordon helps James to pay him back. Anyway, on to the next episode. Now here's where I start changing up the timeline a bit. First of all, I actually did look back on the wiki and find out that this is not part of the Percy the Small Engine book. So yep, as I've still not read the Railway series, I have a retcon to my own video because now I know that this wasn't a part of Percy's story. Even so, I think Percy Takes the Plunge should happen mostly unchanged. This would obviously take place before he moves to Thomas's branch line. But yeah, I guess one of the changes I'm making is that Percy's probably just taking a special train to Thomas's branch line, something like that. Oh yeah, they even said he would do something like that in Percy and the Signal anyway. So yeah, that kind of works. Now, here's why I want this episode to be in the timeline. In the following episode, Duck Takes Charge. Duck and Percy gang up on the three big engines, but Henry kinda just didn't do anything to deserve this. So, what if, Percy and the Signal was where Percy gets annoyed with Gordon and James, and now he's getting annoyed with Henry, or, mad at all three of them, because, maybe Henry's, taking advantage of Percy now that he's shown that he can't withstand the water, something like that. I feel like it makes Henry more important to the plot, whereas he's just kind of there in the final Duck Takes Charge story. And yeah, for obvious reasons, the Percy's Promise reference will be removed, and Percy will probably just not tell the story to Bill and Ben. Maybe he'll just tease Henry near the harbor while they're working. Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like, that would open up a better plot for Duck Takes Charge. Speaking of that episode, now that Percy's pissed at all three big engines, now I think it's the perfect time for Duck Takes Charge. I mostly explained why this episode's here when I was talking about Percy Takes the Plunge, obviously. So, yeah, the episode just kind of plays out as normal, and just having Percy take the plunge before it just gives it a bit more context. This is probably the shortest section of the video, I'm sorry. Remember what I said about Percy and the Signal being the only unchanged episode? Well, scratch that. Same with this episode. Percy moves to Thomas's branch line and almost instantly beefs with the helicopter, resulting in a race, moving forward. This is the episode to fully wrap things up. Percy makes a promise to Thomas that'll help some children get home during a fierce storm. Percy braves through it, but gets caught in some water. After getting some help from Harold the helicopter, he brings the children home. I think this was a solid conclusion to this batch of episodes. I think another plot point that I want to add to this episode is Percy might be a little afraid of the water, kinda. Not afraid, but cautious of it due to the events of Percy taking the plunge happening beforehand. So yeah, that's kind of all I have for the Percy timeline. So that's nice. Also, it's also a nice conclusion to the Harold and Percy beef. So yeah, again, very nice. So, what did you think of my rearrangement? Did they beat the source material? Granted, now that I looked at the wiki, I know the only event I actually changed was putting Percy Takes the Plunge into, the Percy the Small Engine book. But that's kind of besides the point. Do you think that's a horrible idea? I don't know. Just Tell me your opinions in the comments below. Maybe you believe my idea is completely flawless. I don't know. So yeah, now that you've heard me ramble, I think you might want to like and subscribe for more of these types of videos. Yep, there's no fun way to say that. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next time, and yeah, check out my other stuff, because I am still very much a growing channel, and I would like to grow even further. So yeah, I'll see you next time.